Hello. Oh, wrong one. Doink. Right one. Just double checking that the same thing was open. We're getting there eventually. I'm tired, chat. I haven't gone out this week, but I'm still tired. Because I made dinner 4 days in a row. And I know as an adult, it's like, you gotta make dinner every day when you're on your own. And it's like, yeah, I wouldn't be that pissed about it because I'm making a portion for one. That's so much easier than making a portion for 5. I. So we have this book of like 200 slow cooker meals. And usually we make the decision when planning a month ahead, a month in advance, because my family does that so we don't have to worry about it every single week. But doing it in advance, we usually make sure that we don't have 2 slow cooker meals in the same week. And what happened? 2 slow cooker meals in the same week. We had one on Monday, one on Wednesday, which would usually be fine. Except I didn't get around to looking at the recipe for the Monday one until like 3 p.m. It's like an hour's prep time. And the smallest amount of time that it would have taken for me to do the food was 6 hours. We wouldn't have been eating until like 8 p.m. And considering my family is like a 6 to 7 p.m. kind of family, that was not okay. So I had to switch it with the literal only other available meal. Because we have a thing where we shop on the Thursday instead of like any other day of the week. Don't know why. I think it's like traffic in the supermarket kind of thing. Like there's less people on a Thursday. But it's kind of annoying because like we had a slow cooker meal, and then we had a meal that we couldn't switch due to a special occasion, then another slow cooker meal, and then a really, really basic meal. And then we couldn't do the Friday one because it's Friday, it's after shopping, we need the ingredients from the shopping to make the food. So I switched the Monday one with the Thursday one because it was the only available meal, which means I had to do 2 slow cooker meals in a row. Now, that sounds like it wouldn't be a big deal, but I shit you not, I had to wake up and start making dinner. Both Wednesday and Thursday. And now, the muscle that goes across my chest, on like middle to the left shoulder, seriously hurts. Like it's aching. Like I have muscle strain there. And it sucks. Cause I am a twig. The model doesn't quite get that across. The model looks chunkier than I am. Let's put it like that. The model looks chunkier than I am. And It's stupid. It really is. Because I had to hold a wok. Because we have a dual-handed wok. Instead of like the one big stick wok. Like the one-handed wok. So I had to hold the wok with one hand and get like half a wok's worth of sauce out of it, holding it over a slow cooker. So essentially, the top of my head and the top of the wok were more or less level. And as somebody who's like 5'3", it's like, ow. And I had to hold it like that for like a minute and a half while I scraped all the stupid sauce out. And it still took 5 hours to cook. 6 hours, technically. It sucked. And now my arm hurts. The food was alright, though. Very glad about that, because it was chicken. And I always get paranoid about cooking chicken. Because you're not supposed to leave any of that raw. We had beef the day before. And that I'm not so worried about, because you can eat beef raw. I have eaten beef raw. So I was less worried about that. But that one? Oh my god. The beef one on the Wednesday, 8 to 10.5 hours of cook time. My brother in Christ, what are you on? No, I don't want to do that. I mean, admittedly, it's like, what, like in 45 minutes to an hour of prep, and then stick it in the slow cooker to just do its own thing. But then, still, 8 to 10.5 hours to cook a meal? Scusi? Hello? And then I had to do the chicken one the day after because nobody else was doing it. Despite the fact that one of my sisters was home and she could have fully done it. Despite the fact that I had told her that this was one of the meals that was going to take several hours to do. And she still didn't move. It got to like 10 a.m. and I was like, I gotta start making dinner. Because if we don't start making dinner now, we're not gonna have it until 8 p.m. I managed to get it in the slow cooker at 12. It took stupidly long to do. I'm kind of bitter about that, actually. I'm kind of bitter. If you can't tell, I'm kind of salty about what was done. Not cool. And now my shoulders hurt. And my back's been acting up as well. God. Ugh. My whole body is just a carnival of pain. Is that the next trial we're doing? Are we doing the circus one next? Oh god. I'm gonna see if I can pull up the the wiki for this one, because I don't remember which one's next. Oh god. And oh my god, right. It's attorney Justice for All was the next one. Are you gonna blank? Or are you going to actually be helpful? Oh no, it's not. Okay, cool. Nope, okay, it's going blank. Strategywiki.org is failing me. It did so well for a while, and then decided it just didn't want to work for me anymore. It's just decided to give me the biggest middle finger. How rude. Okie dokie. Where is it? Episode 2. Okay. Oh! Oh, I remember this one. Oh, I remember this one. And the stupid naming convention of the sisters. It's introduced really early into the case. But oh my god. I haven't even opened the game and my head is already in my hands. I love Ace Attorney. It has a special place in my heart. And a special sticker on the drawers behind me. But at the same time, my brother in Christ, why the naming convention's that way? Why? Just why? Bruh. We're not going to get through the whole thing today, I don't think. Because even doing last time, it's kind of it's a long game. If you've seen any of the past Ace Attorney streams and stuff, like the past Ace Attorney game, bruh. I'll start doing that again. The bruhing thing. I don't know why. God. I'm pretty sure my throat knows when I'm going to be doing stream because it hurts before I've even started talking. Rude? Oh, boo. CL's working right now. Oh well. That sucks, but I guess I gotta soldier on. I enjoy having them in chat. Right, yes. Ace Attorney. I've gotta grab chat. Because I can't see them on OBS, but once you click out of OBS, you can't see them. And I don't have a second monitor as an overlay or anything. So I've gotta go grab my Kindle. Because I have a Kindle Fire that I've been using to see chat. And it's the only thing I use it for anymore, because otherwise the battery dies superbly quickly. Oh my god, do not deafen me! Holy bananas. I don't know what it is. Every time I connect any pair of headphones to my phone, it's automatically just above half volume. It's like, okay. And half the time, I don't notice. Until there's a certain frequency in like a video I'm watching that just makes my eyes water because the volume is too loud comparatively with the noise, and I have to turn it down, otherwise I'm just going to be crying for no reason because the frequency is hurting. I don't know if that's an autistic thing or not, It might be. And unfortunately, I do have to have the Kindle on charge permanently when not in use. But I have a lot of cords and a lot of things that need charging, so occasionally I will have to switch what cord's plugged in where. And I had to plug in my wireless earbuds yesterday, and I forgot to plug the tablet back in. Actually, no, it was the day before. Forgot to plug the tablet back in, so it's not at 100%. So we will see if it will survive the stream. Usually it does. Usually, my tablet only gets down to like 20% roughly. I've never managed to get it down to 10% in a stream, at least not that I recall, but I've done a lot of streams so far. So, you know. We will see if... Okay, so Twitch updated. On the tablet, anyway. Cool. Can I see chat, please? Question mark, question mark? No, chat. Not the auto mod cube, chat. Thank you. Jesus. Oh my god. Rewards request queue. Ha! You think I have 50 followers. I would like to point out the very clear 37 above my head. It's a very clear number. 37. Because, weirdly enough, I haven't got that many followers. So channel points don't exist to me yet. I am intending on making them sprinkles. So, that is... I have a little wire chair that I stole from downstairs. No one else was using it, it was sitting on the side. And nobody's asked for it, so it's now mine. But it's literally this, wire chair that has, like, black covering over it. Just over the wire. It's not like it has a seat or anything, but it has 3 notches where I can put the end of the phone, and it has it at different angles. So that's where I tend to have my phone. So there it is. Right next to the microphone. Alright, so we have it open. Now, keep cringing thinking about the sisters naming convention, but we're gonna have to deal with it because, well, you know, there's nothing I can do about it. I need to think about putting more stuff in the background, because I'm noticing a lot of bare spots, especially down by, like, my, which one is it? Right shoulder. Technically. Right shoulder. Let's... no, we'll open it up first. Precious music. There we go. That's the good shit. You know, it says beta, and I guess they're testing out the stream manager thing. But the fact that I can actually see stream, because usually I don't. I usually have the version where it's chat at the bottom, and then like where the followers and stuff show up on top. So the fact that I can actually see what's going on stream, it's pretty good. Though I do wish I could still see activity feed. That's it, activity feed. But at the same time, activity feed tends to be pretty barren for most of my streams, so it doesn't make the biggest difference to me. I'm gonna have my headphones over the right ear. I always have one off, because you guys won't be able to hear if anyone calls for me, but I will. Because I've had the occasion where it's happened, and I haven't heard. Okay. Yes! Yeah, reunion and turnabout. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlethems. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. Oof. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it, Eenie? I finally get to see you again, and it's not your fault. You didn't do it. No, I did it. I killed that person. But that wasn't you. It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. Yeah, I just recall what happens in this. And to be honest, somehow it feels less bullshit than some of the other things that happen in different trials. I can't believe something like this happened. The events of that gloomy, rainy afternoon that started this whole mess keep playing through my mind. Yeah, I'm sure they do, buddy. God, did you know in later games people were complaining about how apathetic and unemotional Phoenix seemed to appear? But most people are forgetting that we're only having that perception of him because we're not hearing his inner dialogue. That man is a defense attorney. He's a lawyer. While he does crack at the absurdity of trials sometimes, for the most part, he is utterly stone-faced. And people are forgetting that part of the reason we know that Phoenix has empathy, that we know what he's thinking, is because we can see his inner dialogue. And people were like, in the later games, he's so unemotional, he's not reacting. And it's like, yeah, that's how he always was. We could just hear his inner dialogue. That's the only difference. June 16th. Oh, well, you're not far off. It's June 7th for me right now. What depressing rain. Do you understand how depressed that makes me? Do you? Stop reminding me to push up my glasses. I guess. But actually, more than depressed, I'm angry. Angry at that weather girl on TV. I think our little rainy spell would take a break with a day of sun, is what that girl said. I'd stake my life on it. Well, it's the weather. But that's why I didn't bother to bring an umbrella today. What nerve calling herself a weather girl? She's going to hear about my $15,000 suit. $1,500 suit. I can read, I promise. About your case. Unless you're planning on suing the weather girl? I'm sorry. I thought that before we can go down to business, we could have some friendly chat. My name is Dr. Turner Gray. I'm a surgeon. Remind me to never end up under his knife. Yeah, that's what I mean. We can hear Phoenix's inner dialogue. I'm here today because of this incident. Malpractice at Gray Surgical Clinic. 14 inpatients lose their lives. Oh, you're the doctor at... It's really quite upsetting. Did you hear me? Upsetting! Yes, I heard you. I didn't even read the line. I was just reacting on my own. Ignore that. Yes, I heard you. I agree. It's quite upsetting, Dr. Gray. The one that screwed up was that nurse. It was her that got the medications mixed up and killed those 14 patients. And yet, now listen good, and yet, that nurse had the nerve to go and die before admitting to her wrongdoing. She didn't even offer any sort of explanation to me. And this is the kicker. She up and has herself a grand old accident and crashes her car. Smash! Crunch! Instantly transforming her car into the accordion model. That's right. About a year ago, tabloid shows were talking about it. I can read, I promise. I swear. 14 victims of medical malpractice and the nurse's mysterious fatal accident. There were rumours that Dr. Gray had actually caused that crash. People said it was to forever hide the person responsible for the malpractice incident. Why would I? Now I'm just going to say this once. Why on earth would I want to kill that nurse? She's the one who killed those 14 patients, not me. I think you need to take a deep breath, Doctor, and focus. More to the point, this case is over a year old. Why bring it up now? That's simple, because the situation is slipping out of my grasp. This just won't do. My clinic isn't seeing nearly as many patients nowadays. Do you understand what that means? It means they're not coming to my clinic. You don't say. If it were me, I don't think I'd want to go either. So, what would you like me to do about it? I want you to help me prove I'm innocent. You do realize I'm a lawyer, not a private investigator, right? No, this is something only you can do. Don't make that face when saying her name. Maya Fey. You know this girl, correct? Maya? Why would he know her name? I heard you were working under her for a little while. Well, yes, I mean, hey, wait a second here. I worked under her? Yes, am I wrong? She told me, so I'm not quite sure if... Well, we worked a few trials together, but she went back to her hometown to undergo more training. Ah, yes, I heard. It must be lonely for you. What? Wait, I'm not... She must be an extraordinary girl to handle such rigid training. Huh? I have an acquaintance who knows a lot about these mystical sorts of things. She's the one who introduced me to Miss Fey. Is Maya really that famous? And I've already set up an appointment. For what? What else? A channeling. I'm going to have her call the spirit of that nurse that went and got herself killed. Oh. Maya, I wonder what she's up to right now. We, the women of the Fey clan, have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us. That's what she told me. I guess she's learned to accept her responsibilities and become an adult. Why do I feel suspiciously called out right now? Not counting training, this will be her first time channeling a spirit, so she gave me one condition before accepting my request. A condition? The condition is you, Mr. Wright. Hello. Hello, burp. Squeaky. She said she wouldn't do the channeling without seeing you again. Without first seeing you again. Me. And that is why I searched you out. You want to see her too, don't you? And so, that is how I ended up visiting Maya's hometown with the doctor. God. If that's some girl's first impression of men is just a screaming doctor and a lawyer with the world's, well, one of the world's most obscure haircuts. To be honest, I prefer older Phoenix when he has, like, the pocket watch and the little, like, flick at the front of his forehead. I like that version of him. So this is Korean Village, Maya's hometown. Stop looking at me with them big old eyes! Why, hello there. Oh, and off she goes. One odd little girl. Hey, wake up, Pearly! Someone else is coming this way. Nick! Maya, how are you? It's good to see you again. Wow, I didn't think you'd really show up. It's not that big a deal. You made it sound like he was so far away. Well, maybe I exaggerated. Just a little. It was only 2 hours by train. If I'd known you were this close, I'd have visited more. No, you're not allowed. I already decided, you know? Until I become an adult, I have to work hard and be strong by myself. Oh, well, anyway, congratulations. I'm glad to hear training's going well for you. No, wait. I want to talk to her. I'm playing dumb. Looks like you finally become a full-fledged medium taking on your first job. Yeah, I didn't think it would be this soon. But this case, do you know the messy story behind it? Behold the power of Maya Intelligence Network. Let's see, 14 people died because of malpractice on Dr. Gray's part, right? And to pin the blame on the nurse, he killed her in what appeared to be a car accident. Huh? So what is this Maya Intelligence Network anyway? A tabloids. That's what I thought. I'm just calling you Nick. What really happened is the exact opposite. I heard all about it from Dr. Gray. Oh, come on, Nick. I wouldn't take a crazed killer as a client. You did. That's too scary, even for me. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, considering this girl's been accused of murder before, I wouldn't suggest doing it either. Oh, and chat's reconnecting. Bruh. Okay, why does Maya have a spy network? Okay, never mind. Oh, come on. Chat's not connecting. I can just about read it on the playback that I can thankfully now see. But it's now not connecting. Bruh. Can I see Ace's chat messages? My intelligence network. It's gossip rugs. Yeah, it's really hard to read it in the thing that it is, because this is not like a high quality device. This is very pixelated, and it's not connecting to chat. God damn it. see why I like the music. And now it's not even showing me anything. Love it when this happens. What? Why? Why is it doing this to me? I'm gonna have to pull up chat on my phone. Am I gonna have to flip between whatever is going on and chat? Again, very good vibes. Yeah. Gotta disconnect my fucking headphones from my phone, otherwise I'm not gonna be able to hear any of the music. Bruh. There we go. Because for some reason it's not showing up on my laptop. Not tablet. Why are you not working all of a sudden? I'm gonna close Twitch on my tablet and try reopening it. We'll see if that works. Because currently it says it has all 4 bars of Wi-Fi. I'll just wait for Twitch to open, and in the meantime, read. So this is your hometown, huh, Maya? Yep! Korean village. But I've heard people call this place Medium Valley, too. Interesting. So everyone that lives here is a spirit medium? Pretty much. Most of my ancestors were too, I think. That's probably true, since the Fae ability to communicate with the dead is so strong. Actually, only the women of this village are mediums. So what do the men do? They usually work someplace outside the village. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you about that girl I saw earlier. Do you know her? Oh, you mean Pearly? Pearly. Pearl Faye. She's my cousin. Isn't she adorable? Just like yours truly. I mean, they certainly have them eyes. You can see they're related from that. Cousin. Wait, then that means... Is she also a... Yep, she's a medium too. Pearly's a real genius when it comes to channeling. I see. I hope it didn't scare her when I tried to talk to her earlier. Nah, it's not you. My aunt drilled it into her head that if a suspicious looking person tries to talk to you, run away. Suspicious looking? Well, you're not wearing training clothes for starters. Of course not. Pearly is my aunt's most valued treasure, so she's not allowed to go outside of town. She doesn't know much about the world outside of Korean village. Aunt? Pearly's mother is my aunt. Duh. Come on, Nick. Tried and tested strategy. Dude, it's getting worse every single time I try to open Twitch on my tablet. Like, at this point, it's not even showing the little, like, red streaming icon at the bottom. It's just permanently loading. No. I currently have stream pulled up on my phone, so I can see you, but at the same time, what the fuck? Oh yeah, it's definitely just my tablet being poor quality. Because I can read it on my phone despite it being like half the size. Yeah, okay. Well, Nick, I've got to get going. It's about time for the channeling to start. Huh? Oh, yeah. I'm doing the channeling in my house, so come on in, okay? After I'm done, we can grill out some juicy burgers. You always think about burgers. Alright. Good luck, Maya. Thanks. Well, at least she's still the same perky Maya. Do I have to do anything? Move to the meditation room. Aye, aye, Captain. And then we just hear bird. June 19th. Far, but not far off. Ah, Mr. Wright, I'm so glad you showed. It's nice weather we're having today. Are you happy? No, not at all. The stupid weather girl made the wrong call again. It will rain cats and dogs today, she said with a straight face. I can't believe they allow such misguided reports on the public airways. That looks like talking about the weather with this guy is just asking for punishment. But anyway, this is a splendid manor. No argument there. It's hard to believe that this is Maya's house, though. I was given a guide map to this building. Here, Mr. Wright, I have a copy for you too. Cool. Let's take a look at that, because I don't remember the layout of this house. Okay, so... I'm guessing that what we're seeing is the doorway there, and the doorway there. Whatever's back here. I mean, it does say partial. I'm guessing we're seeing the walkway to the thing. Why is chat pausing? That's weird. Oh my god. It's actually still not appearing on my tablet. Bruh. Okay, well, what are we doing now? Wait for the channeling table. Okay. If you say so. I kind of want to talk to the dude. What are you going to do once the nurse's spirit has been called? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to have her write a signed confession. A signed confession. Yes, a confession. Pay attention, I'll have her write this. 1 year ago, on May 2nd, 14 patients died due to my negligence. And then, on May 24th, I fell asleep at the wheel and died in a car accident due to my further negligence. I'm sorry and I apologize for being negligent. That's what I'll have her write. As a confession, the rain falling on my soul can finally stop. I'm sure it can. Oh, I see. So, how did you hear about Maya Fey? I heard about her from an acquaintance, a girl studying the occult at the college. That girl introduced me to this village. This is the home of the Korean School of Channeling. The home, huh? Miss Maya and Miss Fey is a daughter of the Master, I hear. Master. Anyway, do you see that door? That's the room where people and spirits meet. Miss Maya's aunt is in there right now. Would you care to meet her? Oh, I guess that's the game's hint. Wow, such a strange atmosphere in here. These flickering lights. I guess they're candles. Good sir, who might you be? My name is Phoenix Wright. Oh, you must be that, good sir. Good sir? Is she talking about me? You're a lawyer, are you not, good sir? I've heard much about you from Mystic Maya. Is that so? Mystic Maya? I am Mystic Maya's aunt, Morgan Fey. Nice to meet you. Ah, I had wanted to speak with you about a certain incident, good sir. It would seem that perhaps you asked too much of Mystic Maya in performing your duties. Most unbecoming, I'm afraid. Huh? Don't tell me you have already forgotten. That it was not for Mystic Maya and her assistants, you would surely not have won. First a girl that runs away, and now an old lady who says I stink at doing my job? When did I become the poster boy for how not to make a first impression? No comment. The past is the past, though. Let us speak of the present now. Ah, thank you. Boo, ghost sighting. Hit reload before it gets too spooky. Bruh. The whole thing is taking so damn long to load that it's just gone, yeah, no, we basically have no one live on the platform at all. Yeah, you straight up don't exist, my guy. Nor does anyone else. It's like, yes, ghosts, while we're standing in the channeling chamber of a spirit medium's house, where a ghost is going to get called. Well done for being on brand, Twitch. So why did you add Mystic to Maya's name? Isn't that a little strange? Good sir! Yes? How dare you be so rude and disrespectful towards Mystic Maya? I'm sorry. She must be addressed by her proper title, good sir. You must call her Mystic Maya. So about Mystic Maya, it is the blood. Excuse me? Blood? Mystic Maya carries the blood of the Master. In actuality, she's the only one remaining. Only one remaining? What's that supposed to mean? My Fae is the last of the rightful heirs to the Karain channeling technique. Okay, then where do you stand? That is a little more complicated. Although a woman of the Fae clan, I am merely a member of the Branch family. Branch family? What's that? It is as it sounds. For a member of the Branch family, no matter her spiritual power, she can never become the master of the Karain school. So, how strong are you? It is a shame, however, I will admit, I cannot even begin to compare the lowliness of my power to the Master's. So, that's how it is. So, today's channeling will be her first? Yes, good sir. Because the spirit of a person who dies in a traffic accident is usually very strong. It's usually easier to call that person to our world. Traffic accident, indeed. The channeling will take place here in this channeling chamber, good sir. As you can see, I am in the process of preparing. I'm trying to remember what the screwed up thing was between the sisters, because I remember there's something fishy about them, and I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. So this room is the channeling chamber, the place where a spirit medium speaks with those who have departed. And then suppose you'd mind if we observe the session. Do not even think of such nonsense. Only the medium and the client may enter here. Oh. The secrets of the Karain technique cannot be seen by just anyone. Yeah, Twitch. Boo, ghost sighting. Not yet. We haven't reached that part. But good try. I'm just gonna turn it off for now and just stick my phone where I can see it more easily. Man, how much tea do you have in that cup? I never stopped Maya from doing it in front of me before. It is also for your safety, good sir, if something were to go wrong. That is why, while channeling is being performed, that heavy door is securely locked. Oh, that's what the lock is for. Oh, yes. I wonder if you are yet to meet Pearl, good sir. Pearl? She is an adorable, angelic young girl. Oh, that odd. She is my daughter. Now then, what was it you were about to say? What a cute daughter you have. A pure heart that knows not of the evils of this world is a powerful thing, good sir. Please refrain from affiliating with her, I request. Well, it's not like I had the chance to anyway. I must insist and stress that you do not let it occur. Okay, get it. Okay, what are we doing now? We're moving out? Move to the winding way. Oh no, I forgot you were part of this. Oh no. Oh, I forgot you were here. Wow, this garden is really breathtaking. Someone put a lot of love into it. What's that over there? Is that an incinerator? Looks a little out of place in a garden like this. There is horror in that realization, and I know nothing. Meditation and blinding me. Okay. I know something you don't. So this is the side room. It looks like it's more of a break room. There's bedding spread out on the floor. It looks like someone's sleeping in one. I shouldn't disturb them. Hey, you! Hold on now, this gal's got a few questions to ask. Hmm? I'm sure I've heard that southern accent somewhere before. Hi, Lotta. Oh, well, I'll be. It's Mr. Phoenix Wright. How you been? Hadn't seen you in what, a year? You are, a lot of hair, a lot of heart. You're a lot of heart, right? Bingo! I'm the one and only paranormal photographer, a lot of heart. Ah, so I guess you're still at it. Being a photographer, I mean. Of course. And today I'm gonna get myself a real scoop. You wait and see. Oh, that's right. This ain't no time to be wasting time. The challenge is about to get started. Is it that time already? We should all hurry up and get to the meditation room. What are you waiting around for? Come on. Yeah, a lot of heart. I've been judging her harshly because of that case, but I guess looking back we had some good times too. So, if you don't remember, Lotta was the photographer who was part of the DL6 case, aka Edgeworth's case, from the last game. You sound traumatized from that. She talks a lot. She's a lovely woman. But at the same time, god damn it. We will now begin the channeling. Mr. Kamaya, an honoured guest, please proceed into the channeling chamber. With this, I can finally swat all those pesky flies once and for all. You hear me? They won't be able to say a single bad thing about me after this. You would love to hear them apologise, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you, Mr. Wright? Me? Oh, yeah, I sure would. Mr. Kamaya, do you have the channeling chamber key? Yep, right here. That is most satisfactory. That key is one of a kind, so please take care of it well. It'll be fine, Aunt Morgan. I won't lose it, trust me. Okay, Dr. Gray, let's get this started. Finally, let's go. Now, let us wait patiently out here for them. Please have some lovely bitter green tea and jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. Hold on now, Granny. Granny? How come we ain't allowed in that room? Dear madam, you have an impressive grasp of English. From where did you learn it? What? I'm from the heart of the heartland. Is that so? Then I humbly request that you return to this heart of the heartland. Oh! I mean, she's not that bad. What are you? This is Crane Village. If you cannot follow our traditions and rules, we request that you leave. Sorry. Wow, she shot Lotta up. Now that's impressive. Now then, let us wait. Hey now! What was that just now? It came from inside the channeling chamber. Bang. Hey, that's a gunshot! Excuse me? I've heard that sound before. It's a gunshot. I'll bet my afro on it. Maya's in there. Not that I doubt you, but I'm just gonna check. Break into the chamber. Well, Mr. Lawyer, what's the plan? What else? We're gonna break in. What? But there's only one key and that kid's got it. We're gonna have to break the door down. Is that alright, Miss Faye? Well, yes, but there is only one matter. That is... Don't try to stop me. You can send a repair bill to the Writing Code Law officers later. Yeah, now that's what I call being a man. Dr. Gray! I was murdered. Maya? That man murdered me. So I killed him. What? Lotta, at a time like this, times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she Maya? Step away from there. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. But, hurry, before there are more victims here. Hey, let's go, city boy. Leave this to the granny. Mm-hmm. You got it. Well, cell phone doesn't get reception way out here, so I ended up using the phone booth to call the police. And? They're on their way. That's good. Lordy, I saw a genuine mysterious phenomenon. She seems really on edge because of all this. Not that I blame her. I'm scared to death by what's going on. Hey, mister? That gal, Maya, she wasn't the one that pulled the trigger, was she? Oh, yeah. Lotta doesn't know that when Maya's channeling, her whole physical appearance changes. And again, weren't there only 2 of them in there? I reckon she must have done it then. Lotta, what do you know about Dr. Gray? Not much, but I did some digging. There was one gent with a bad reputation. Really? I hear he's good at surgery and stuff, but his personality stinks like wet sheep. Oh, you can say that again. I sort of got the same impression myself. Stop reading my mind. He's real controlling. As soon as his nurse or patients don't do what he says, he starts a-hollering. Must have been real rough to work for him. Yeah, I'm sure it was. I'm gonna move to the side room. Ah, Mr. Wright. Miss Faye, how's Mystic Maya? She has returned to this world. The spirit severing technique was successful. Let me see her, please. She's still unconscious. I humbly request that you wait outside for her recovery. I guess I just have to wait. Police are here. Sorry to keep you waiting. Gumshoe! King. Huh? You again? What are you doing all the way out here, Detective Gumshoe? It's actually kind of funny. I was in the area for a business trip, pal. Well, time to check out the crime scene. I'll have to question everyone here later on, so just sit tight, alright? Why is he grinning at me? Should I show you to the scene of the crime detective, Jimshu? My name isn't Jimshu. Aw, poor Gumshoe. The two of them went into the channeling chamber. I guess what we can do for now is see what everyone else has to say. A small incinerator. I don't think garbage trucks come all the way out here to tiny villages like this, so every family has to burn their own trash. Okay, fair. It's a really old urn. The ashes of a person long dead are inside. It looks like something with a long history. Other than that, it's not very interesting, so time to move on. Side room. Hey, you caught it, Ace! Nice. I'm pretty sure there was someone sleeping here earlier. Like, how can I help you? Like, so isn't it about time to start? Huh? To start what? You know, like, the channeling. Channeling? No, actually, the situation has kind of changed. Huh? Like, what do you mean? Please stay calm, but there's been a murder. So, like, a murder is that thing where, like, one person kills another, right? Yes, a person that has killed another person. Oh, that's, what are the words I'm looking for? It's, like, totally a bummer. Yeah. After all that effort, that's all she has to say. Yeah, you will find that she is absurdly chill for most of this. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to, like, introduce myself. My name is Eeny Meeny. Do you see why I was facepalming about the name? Do you see why I was facepalming about the name? Before the game had even begun? At the college, I'm researching and studying parapsychology? Parapsychology. Oh, that's alright. I think people, like, usually call it occult studies or something. Like, supernatural phenomena and ESP and psychic powers, that sort of stuff. That's pretty out there. I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. Eeny weeny. So, what brings you today? So, I was the one who told Dr. Gray about this place. He asked me, like, do you know of a good spirit medium? Dr. Gray did say something about being introduced to this place. Cause, like, talking to dead people and, like, multiple personalities are my thing. You'll see. Then, why were you taking a nap here? Like, I wasn't feeling good. Huh? I'm, like, allergic to sesame seeds. They, like, must have put some in the food they served for lunch. Oh, that doesn't sound fun. So I, like, felt sick and came in here to, like, sleep. God, yeah, I know that feeling. Technically, I'm, like, mildly allergic to pine nuts in, like, the way that they make me sick. I will still eat handfuls of the stuff. You cannot stop me. I will fight you on it. I totally feel like I've wasted my time because I, like, slept a long time. So you were sleeping here the entire time? Yeah, ever since lunch. So you don't know anything about the murder that took place? Like, what? Oh, that. I, like, totally don't know. I totally know that thing. So who was, like, you know, killed? The surgeon that requested the channeling, Dr. Gray. You and Dr. Gray knew each other, right? I don't know any Dr. Gray. Oh, really? If I ever get allergic to cheese, it's not stopping me. I have lactose intolerance, but I will still eat cheese. But there is also a lactase pill, the thing that breaks down lactose, and I usually take that. It's like, yes, if I don't have it, I'll mostly be fine depending on the amount I consume. But also, it just straight up assists with me not feeling like my bowels are gonna kill me. It's great. Oh, really? I didn't even know that was a thing. Yeah, there's a Holland and Barrett's in town, and my parents were looking around that for something else, and my mum found these, little lactase pills that you can take, right before eating, dairy with lactose in it. Because, you know, there's lacto-free dairy and there's lacto-dairy. So she grabbed some of those, and since like half to nearly all of my family is lactose intolerant, it regularly gets used. Oh, really? Then what was all that talk about him earlier? Huh? Well, like a long, long time ago, I was like a patient. Yeah. She sounds like she's trying to hide something. She is my brother in Christ. That is the worst lying I have heard in a long time. And then we gotta go back out front. Alright, here we go. There are a lot of ads on this fucking site. Can I, like, zoom out so I can see less of them? Thank you. Okay, so we need to move all the way to the front again. Okay, okay. There's no one here, as usual. Hey, how are you? You're Pearl, right? Silent as ever. What's that she's got in her hand? I've seen it somewhere before. Literally like an hour ago. What is it? Is it my hair? Is it too spiky? Not spiky enough? You instantly know that it's your hair freaking her out. Dude. She's probably scared out of her wits after having a murder take place right by her. Lotta? God, don't let me be next! Okay. Hey, don't scare me like that. What do you mean? You're the one scaring me! If I weren't so tough, you'd have another dead body on your hands. Mine! Oh, sure. Do you see or notice anything that stuck out at you? Nah, well, maybe one thing. What is it? Turns out my poor stomach's not good at handling this kind of thing. Huh? What? Curses and ghosts and coming back to get you. This is just too much, I'd say. What was too much? Being an occult photographer. That's some scary stuff, so I think I'm gonna try being a celebrity photographer now. Going off the photos well within your reach from now on. Well, glamour, let's go. What's up? Oh, yeah! What is it? I took some hot pictures earlier. Huh? Remember? I took pictures at the murder scene inside. She did, two even. The seance murder. I sure like the ring of that. It'll be a sensational story. Lotta! Sorry, but my journalistic sense is burning inside of me. Hate to cut and run, but I'm heading back in. Gotta beat those cops to the scoop of the century. Uh-huh. I don't know who's scarier, Lotta or the spirits. Both. Why does it feel like we've been through this before? We have. Right. Okay, we'll move in. The police are busily running here and there. I don't see Maya anywhere. Hey, you! Don't touch anything! Look, I really need to ask you some questions. Don't look at me like I'm some sort of uncaring jerk. I tell you what, pal. I'll let you ask me a few questions, alright? About Maya. Hate to break this to you, pal, but with the way things look now, that girl's the only one who could have done it. Yeah, only Maya and the victim were inside this room after all. But Maya's... You can ask more about her later, pal. Right now, I've got a job to do, and that's collecting evidence. Detective Gumshoe looks like a real professional. And yet, something about his expression still looks the same. So, Dr. Gray was shot with a gun, huh? He was shot in the forehead. But he was also stabbed in the chest with a knife. A knife? Basically, the victim was first stabbed and then he was shot. Seems a bit excessive, don't you think? Deja vu? Yeah. I wanna examine the flippin' blood on the floor. Can I not examine the blood on the floor? Bruh? Can I not examine anything here? Bull sugar. Oh dear madam, you have such impeccable timing. Like, what's all the buzz? Alright everyone, listen up. You too, pal. I'm gonna give you all a brief update. Right now, it looks like the investigation is not going to be done until real late. That is a terrible shame. I propose that everyone sleep here under the roof of the Fey Manor tonight. What a mess. Can't believe how crazy this day turned out. I was arrested and taken away by the police. I don't see myself getting any sleep tonight. Morning. I guess I must have nodded off at some point. I hope Maya's okay. I should hurry and get to the detention center ASAP. Nick! Maya! What am I gonna do? I never imagined it would turn out like this. Calm down, Maya. Take deep breaths. Come to think of it, the first time I met her, it all started right here in this detention center. I finally get to see you again, and it's not your fault. You didn't do it. No, I did. I killed that person. But that wasn't you. It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. I was too weak, and I couldn't control the spirit's power, so... I don't want to bring up the case quite yet, but you don't have to be nice to me. I understand. So you're the master or something of the Korean School of Channeling? Actually, my mother is for now. Since that title is passed from mother to daughter, I guess I will be someday. But many people think that channeling isn't real. It's all just an act. Believe in us, don't you, Nick? Yeah, because I've seen it with my own eyes. When Maya's channeling a spirit, Not only her voice, but her whole physical appearance changes. It's a supernatural phenomenon that occurs every time. It happened this time too. Dr. Gray said that he wanted to call the nurse, so... Maya's body must have taken on that nurse's appearance. What exactly happened in the channeling chamber? I went into that room with Dr. Gray, locked the door, and sat down across from him. Okay. We closed our eyes, and I began channeling. This is sounding kind of creepy, at the beginning of a scary story. That's the last thing I remember. What? After a spirit comes into my body, I lose myself, my consciousness. Then, you don't remember a single thing? When I came to, I was being held in my aunt's arms. And there was blood all over my clothes. Oh, but I do remember having a dream. A dream? What kind of dream did you have while you were channeling? I can't remember it all that well, but I was dead and buried in the ground. I couldn't move and it was unbearable. Really suffocating. It went something like that. I see. I have no idea what to say to that. It's a really familiar smell too. Under the ground? Yeah, I can't quite place it, but I know I've smelled that same scent before. Guess this is all about the information I'm going to gather for today. I'll be back later, Maya. In the meantime, please make sure you prepare it, okay? Huh? It? What is it? Document requesting me to be your attorney, of course. But... what's wrong? Are you sure? I mean, I'm guilty. I'm a murderer. No one's decided that yet. But I did. I killed that person with these 2 hands. That's enough, Maya. It's hopeless. If you defend me, you'll lose, I'm sure. Stop it. Help me. Nick, help me. I'm scared. Don't worry, I will. When is the trial? Sounds like tomorrow. As usual, zero prepared. Zero prep for them. Alright, I'm going now. Wait. This jewel. This is called a Magatama. It's a magical charm and it's always protected me. Give this to Pearly and I'm sure she'll lend you her spiritual powers. Slightly translucent. Small and has deep, profound aura around it. That's how you know it isn't realized. That's how? Really? As if nothing else about this has been absolute BS of the highest order. As if she didn't just give us a magical gem that's going to help us solve the case. Or at the very least, is, you know... have to save Maya no matter what. It's her life on the line. Wonder what happened to that room yesterday. I think I remember where to go. The meditation room nurtures all mediums, young and old. Even mediums in training, I'd wager. It was pretty deserted today. Probably because of the murder yesterday. Little Pearl is in here today. Maybe she's at school? Oh, hey, like, you're that guy from yesterday, the, dentist guy? No, I'm a lawyer. Oh, that's right, Mr. Smith Esquire? That's right. Wait, I mean, you're wrong. My name is Wright. Smith, right? Well, I got, like, 3 letters at least. I don't think she gets the point. Anyway, why are you here? So, like, I study this thing called parapsychology at college, and you told me about that yesterday. Seismology, too. What I'd really like to know is why you're still here today. Oh, so, like, that's what you meant. Like, you should have been more, like, clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. Like, it's really... That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? It's like, what was I talking about again? If Lotta ever wanted another genuine mysterious phenomenon, it's right here. So, why are you still here today? Like, there's so much... It's holding the edge button. Like what? Like the medium's training or like how they inherit their spiritual power? I suppose this village is a real thing after all. So like, I asked if I could stay here for like a little longer. She sure seems like the carefree type, at least on the surface. Have you heard about the murder? It's like totally scary, she says with a silly smile plastered on her face. So, do you know anything about it that might help? Somehow, I don't think she has a grip on reality, let alone what's going on here. About the victim, Dr. Gray. I don't know who you're talking about. Like, wait, I think you asked about him, like, yesterday too. That's right, her reaction yesterday when I asked was... You and Dr. Gray knew each other, right? I don't know any Dr. Gray. Really? What was all that talk about him earlier? Huh? Well, like, a long time ago, it was, like, a patient, yeah. Okay, she's definitely hiding something from me. Like, is something wrong? That was not there yesterday. Now where did this box come from? I'm sure this wasn't here last night. Looks like a box for storing clothes, but it's pretty big for just clothes. It's mostly empty, but a few folded pieces of channeling costumes sitting at the bottom. Oh, we weren't even supposed to go this way. Looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. Should take this chance and thoroughly check this room. If I'm lucky, I might uncover a clue or two. Oh, Mr. Wright. Good morning. I'm on my way to go meet Mystic Maya. I thought to bring her some items to make her feel more at home. Namely, tea so bitter you lose your tongue and jaw-droppingly large strawberry desserts. I'm sure Maya will be very grateful. That's Mystic Maya, good sir. Ugh, she's one scary lady. Oh dear, sweet Mystic Maya. Pearl wept constantly for you last night, as I did. Now it's important for me to search the site. And I should ask her some questions too while I have the chance. I would like to ask you a few questions about what happened yesterday. Do you mean that awful tragedy? That man murdered me, so I killed him. Maya? Step away from there. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. What happened here in this room after I left? Well, first I struck Mystic Maya on the head to make her go unconscious, correct? That is correct. Next, I performed the spirit severing technique. Spirit severing technique. The spirit of that nurse was inside of Mystic Maya's body. I used the technique to send the nurse's spirit back to the other world. I wonder if this kind of testimony is even admissible in a court of law. Dunno, but we can sure flip and try. By the way, what is this room exactly? The channeling chamber? This room was created for the sole purpose of preventing such tragedy as yesterday. What do you mean? Sometimes, when an inexperienced medium calls an especially strong spirit, that spirit may become violent and revolt as you witnessed yesterday. Revolt? But how? When a spirit enters a medium's body and she loses her will, her self steps aside. To put it in another way, the spirit is borrowing the medium's body, good sir. But isn't that extremely dangerous? An experienced medium has little problem controlling the spirit. But Maya, I mean Mystic Maya, that was her first channeling. That was why I insisted on locking the door. However, I never thought that it would be calling danger upon the client himself. I'm grateful that one of our heirlooms was not damaged in this horrible incident. That would be that folding screen there. It is the Korean sacred writings, along with the Korean sacred urn. They are this village's most prized possessions. If I found out that something had happened to either one, oh, the humanity. I'll have to be worrying about the folding screen at a time like this. Guess it isn't just some dilapidated old screen after all. So, How is Pearl today? Mr. Wright. Yes? In this world, Pearl is my most treasured possession. When compared to even Mystic Maya, Pearl has the spiritual power to become a master. That's very impressive. Until now, the women of the Branch family have thought themselves to be inferior. But Pearl is different. Her spiritual strength is so great, it's even greater than some of the main family. Yes, Pearl is a channeling prodigy, is the pride of the Branch family. Wow, she's really fired up now. In any case, our world is so different from yours. Perhaps it's best for you to quit, good sir. Quit? Quit what? Quit what, bitch? And then it tells me to go talk to Enid. Anything new? Nope. Alrighty then. Oh, anyway it is. Really? Do I still have to talk to her? Really? Do I have to talk to her about all of this? Really? She's not gonna show up now? Goddamn. Alright, I guess let's look around then. It's a small alcove. I have no idea what it's supposed to mean or symbolize. If I had one of these in the office, it would end up as a storage space. But here it's decorated with some pretty flowers and a beautiful hanging scroll. It's a decorative wooden bear sculpture. There's a plate attached to the base. Korean Village, the heart of channeling. What the? It's a souvenir. Isn't it cute? I like totally bought that. Ah, so it's yours, huh? Yeah, so like this village is really famous for like channeling and bears. Wait, famous for this? But it's like, okay, if you ever like see a bear, you just play dead and they like leave you alone. Is that right? Yeah, cause like fighting back is totally of no use. Did you actually try to fight one? You left the blanket on us. You unfold it? Like, I had a really good nap and like, I was thinking of leaving it like this, so like, it's all set for tonight. This is the first time I've seen a sliding door like this in person. From here I can see the winding way and the little garden courtyard. Can I now move to the winding way? Bruh. This is where the medium sits, I assume. There are 4 panels on this flooring. The straw in the flooring feels a little damp, probably from the humidity in the air. No matter what I do, my eyes keep getting drawn to the pool of blood in the center here. It's a beautiful and expensive folding screen. It also looks quite old. It seems to be some sort of sacred text written on it, but I can't read it. It's a hole! Could this have been made by bullets? Well then, I do believe it is time for me to take my leave. Alright, please tell Maya I said hi. What was that? I mean, Mystic Maya. I will tell her. I guess this is an altar. Whatever it is, it feels very important. A mirror-like object with a cloudy reflective surface, and some branches of a sacred tree have been set in a predetermined arrangement. I guess they used during the channeling. What is that? So... There's some empty space behind the folding screen. The light of the candles can't reach back there, so it's completely dark. I don't know it's hiding back there. The meditation room is on the other side of this very heavy-looking door. Unlocking it is broken, because, well, I broke it. It doesn't seem possible, but I managed to break it pretty badly. When I want to do something bad enough, people can do the most amazing things. Yeah. Oh, now it'll let me do it. Disappear for a bit, got guests coming over and I'm the only one at the house. Hope stream goes well. Yeah, I'll probably dip out for a bit to go get lunch in a minute. Cause I don't know when it's supposed to be. I don't think. You surprised me. And how are you today? I guess she isn't open to friendly chatting. Huh? She's still holding something in her hand. Looks like the same thing she had yesterday. Oh, yeah. Maya said to give this to you. Ugh, I'm in trouble now. If Morgan sees us like this, I'll be the next one they're channeling. That's Mystic Maya's. Huh? She actually spoke. Who are you? I'm Phoenix Wright. I worked with Maya. You worked with Mystic Maya? You're Mr. Nick, right? Excuse me? I bet I know who she picked Nick up from. I know who you are. You're Mystic Maya's special someone. What? So then, of course, you're going to help Mystic Maya, aren't you? That's what you're going to do, right? Well, yeah, I will. Oh wow, it's like a beautiful fairy tale. Her earnest look shining brightly in your eyes. It must be true love. What? Why am I being boiled into a bright red lobster by this little kid? I'm so jealous of Mystic Maya. Ah, what a wonderful relationship. Wait, I mean, things aren't like... I can tell you're a good person. Alright, Mr. Nick. I may be small, but I'm going to help you in any way I can. Well, that sure took a turn. Pearl, are you friends with Maya? I feel very grateful to be friends with her. She's so great. I want to be like Mystic Maya when I grow up. I really look up to her. Wow, I had no idea Maya was so revered. Usually when people don't use Mystic Maya's title, I get mad. Oh, sorry. But if it's you, Mr. Nick, then it's okay. Because you're special to her. How in the world did she get an idea like that? By the way, this may be rude, but which channeling school are you from? Which channeling school? Yes, for example, I study the Karain technique. Ah, I get it. No. I'm a lawyer. Lawyer? Yep. Is that related to spirit mediums in any way? None that I know of. But you told me you don't know what a lawyer is? I'm sorry, but I have no idea. I did say Pearl doesn't know much about the outside world. Yeah, no kidding. So, what's that you've got there, Pearl? Oh, this? I found it yesterday. If you want it, I can give it to you. I'll accept it. Alright, well, if you really want to give it to me. You look like a child at a toy store, Mr. Nick. She not only speaks in a refined manner, but laughs in one too. Mr. Nick? Yes, Pearls? I can call you that, right? You're too cute to just call you Pearl. Sure, Mr. Nick. Are you sure it's okay for me to have this Magatama? Yeah, it's okay. I was told to give it to you. But I can't accept something like this. All I really should do is channel this Magatama with spiritual energy. Spiritual energy? Flashbang! Please take this. I'm sure it will be helpful. Well, what do you mean? It will help let you see people's secrets. See people's secrets? Yes. If it's alright with you, I would like to accompany you for a little while. I can explain the Magatama's power to you when we meet someone hiding a secret. Okay. I'm going to assume we're going in here. Hello again. We seem to be seeing a lot of each other today. Aww, she's like totally cute. Is she like your daughter? What? No! Who do you think I am? You don't even have yourself in the files. You don't want to reveal that. What do you ask you about the victim, Dr. Gray? I like totally don't know him. What is that? You can see it, can't you, Mr. Nick? You can see the lock on that person's heart. Huh? What? This is the power of the Magatama. Only you can see these cyclocks, Mr. Nick. Cyclocks, huh? Well, someone wants to hide their secret, the more locks you will see. If it's only one, I think you can easily unlock it. Unlock? But how? Please use Mystic Maya's Magatama on this person. Let's remove the lock. I have no idea what she's talking about, but guess I'll give it a try. You must be careful though, Mr. Nick. If you make a mistake, it will hurt you. If you don't think you have the proof you need, you must have the courage to stop. Oh, I've got to start somewhere. Let's give this psych lock thing a try. Okay, I don't remember what I'm supposed to present. Oh, I can't even do that yet. Yippee. Let's move, shall we? Move one way. Meditation room. Hey, it's you, pal. So you're gonna be her lawyer, I bet. Yes. Oh. Really feel bad for you, pal. Just this once, I wish I could be on your side. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, but I shouldn't be saying that kind of stuff to you. Hey, you're a cute kid. I'm not scary, honest. Oh, I never knew Gumshoe liked kids. Hey, I know. I'll show you something cool. How's this? It's a real genuine pistol. Detective Gumshoe, what are you doing showing her something that dangerous? Oh, sorry. Dude. Kicked puppy. Kicked puppy energy. This man is like the most wet, bedraggled dog. And I absolutely adore him for it. What about Maya and the charges against her? I don't think you can win, pal. If you're talking about proof, we've got a few pieces. You've got proof? Yeah, pal. That puppy-haired photographer is going to testify tomorrow. Must be talking about Lotta. Actually, speaking of Lotta, I took some hot pictures earlier. Huh? Remember? I took some pictures of the murder scene inside. Lotta's hot pictures. I wonder what her camera captured. Besides, you must have realized by now, pal. There's no way anyone other than Maya Fey could have done it. What am I supposed to say to Pels now? About Dr. Gray. The victim wasn't super famous, but people still knew who he was. His face was all over those tabloid shows last year. Yeah, I know. I was looking through some newspapers from last year and... Huh? Could have sworn I cut an article out, but I guess I must have lost it. Searching through his pockets. Boy, that's big. Looked really interesting, too. Hey, do you have a copy, pal? A copy of that article. I think Dr. Gray might have brought a copy to the office when he came by. About Maya's trial tomorrow. I've got 2 pieces of news for you, pal. 2? Yeah, bad news and even worse news. So which do you want to hear first? I don't really care. It doesn't change the fact that I'm not going to like it. Alright, pal. Well, the prosecutor for the trial is Prosecutor Von Karma. What? Von Karma? That chubby old bastard. Manfred von Karma. He was an awe-inspiring veteran prosecutor. He never lost a case in 40 years of his career, and he raised a fearsome disciple. The horrible aftertaste of the evil he force-fed me is something I'll never forget. Wait a sec. But didn't von Karma stand trial? And that's where the other piece of bad news comes in. The von Karma you're facing tomorrow is actually his successor. So, who is this successor to von Karma? Literally, pal, it's Prosecutor Von Karma's kid. His kid became a prosecutor really young, like 13, and hasn't lost a trial since. That's what they call a prodigy, pal. Kid, huh? Wait a sec! 13? The kid became a prosecutor at the age of 13? I mean, a prodigy like that, I would have heard something about. Oh, no. The kid was born and raised in Germany, pal. That country's got a lot of stuff, and it's a great place to develop a person's talents. Germany, huh? That's probably why I've never heard of this person. Ugh, still. All it takes is someone mentioning the name Von Karma. And I get terrible flashbacks to that case. Stop it. Get a grip on yourself, Phoenix. None of that matters anymore, now that he's gone. Anyway, I think we need to go to the office. Yeah. Phew, feels like I've been gone forever. It's only been one day. Oh, that's right. That's that newspaper Dr. Gray brought the other day. Ah, here it is. Right on top of my desk. This is the only thing you left behind that's going to be of any help. Newspaper clipping 1. Move back to Korean Village, apparently. Present the clipping to him. Dr. Gray brought this over to my office the other day, and hey, it's that news story. The one about the malpractice suit. 14 patients died and it caused a huge stink. Yeah, but that's not all, pal. Things only got worse after that. You mean the car accident and the nurse died in? Oh, here we go. I brought my own clipping with me today. Here, pal, this is for you. Alright, thanks. Meanie. Nurse at Gray Surgical Clinic died after falling asleep at the wheel. Now we move to this item. Present the Megatama. I like how everything in the background goes inverted. Eeny meeny, I believe you do know who Dr. Gray is. I told you, like, how many times do I, like, have to repeat myself? You're, like, so totally sure, then, like, where's your proof? While it may be possible that you never actually met Dr. Gray in person, I do believe you might have at least indirectly known of him. Like, what do you mean, like, indirectly? Should have showed that possibility existed for now. So something that shows a possible connection between Eni and Dr. Gray. Yep, it's number 2. Take a look at this newspaper clipping. Like, what is it? A story about an accident? Please read the victim's name. Mimi Mini? Mini is a pretty rare last name, wouldn't you say? Miss Mimi Mini wouldn't have to be a relative of yours, would she? Say, noticed. She was my older sister. I'm sorry about your loss. Your sister, was she a nurse, perhaps? At Dr. Gray's surgical clinic? Gray's surgical clinic. I don't think I need to tell you that the clinic was run by the victim, Dr. Turner Gray. Which is how you knew Dr. Gray. You knew him through your sister. Please, tell me all you know about Dr. Gray. My sister's name was Mimi Meanie. She was like a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. That's what I thought. I heard that, like, Dr. Gray was really tough on people. Like, a total slave driver. My sis was, like, always coming home totally wiped out because she was overworked. Wiped out? Is that why she fell asleep at the wheel? That guy, like, drove my sis so hard, like, that's why the accident happened. The one where 14 patients died from malpractice. Yeah, like, I think that was the doctor's fault, too. My sis was pushed by, like, everyone's expectations and, like, her duties and stuff. That pushed her to her death. Oh, I'm sorry. So, like, are we done? I've, like, already told my story to, like, everyone. Do you understand now, Mr. Nick? This is how a psych clock works. Well, I don't plan to pry into people's hearts unless I absolutely need to. Luck this time is pretty easy, but you might meet people who aren't as willing to give in later on. If you don't have enough proof, be careful and know when to stop trying. Yes, ma'am. Move to the detention center. God. Mr. Nick? What's wrong? I've never left Korean Village. Really? Well, that's, pretty amazing. You're going to meet with Mystic Maya, aren't you? Please tell her I said hi. Will do! Hey, wait! She ran off. Again. Well, I know Eni's secret now, but still don't have any idea how I'm going to save Maya. Don't even know if I should go in there with a smile or a straight face. We'll do what we can, buddy. What am I supposed to do? I'm almost out of time. Can I really do anything? Can I really save her? Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? Must be Maya. It's been a long time, hasn't it, Phoenix? That voice. Mia! Mia! Without me being here, it looks like you've learned to stand on your own. Mia, she's Maya's older sister and my mentor. She was a top-notch defense lawyer, but a certain case forced her into retirement. But whenever I'm in trouble, she comes to help, just like this. The spirit comes back from the other world and borrows Maya's body for a bit. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face in front of your client. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets, and especially when it's bad. Mia, you can't smile at the end if you haven't been smiling the whole way there. In any case, the face you're making now is no face to show a client, Phoenix. But, so tell me all about it. I'm going to guess that my sister is in a lot of trouble again. I told her everything about what had happened in the last 2 days. Mia closed her eyes, deep in thought, while she listened. See, Mia, what am I supposed to do? It's pretty clear what a good lawyer does in this situation. And that is, tell me, please. Believe in your convictions. and fight for the complete acquittal of your client. You think Maya's not guilty? How can you be so sure? I know she is, and I'll give you a hint as to why. Yes, mediums can't have dreams. They can't? What you told me, it sounds like Maya was having a dream while channeling. Yeah, she said she dreamt that she had died and had been buried in the ground. But that is impossible. You've heard it from her, I'm sure. When a medium channels, her own spirit disappears, which means that it's impossible for her to dream during that time. Then, what does this mean? I think it's safe to bet that Maya was set up. A setup? It's up to you to blow the lid on this case tomorrow and show how she was set up. How am I supposed to prove her innocence when I have nothing to go on? If you're looking for a clue, it's already in your hands. It is, just as it sounds, Phoenix. You already hold the key. Really? Come on, show me the key to this case. The key, huh? Alright, I'll show her the key I hold. You mean the literal fucking key in your hands? Mia, have you seen this key before? Ah, the key. It's literally the key to understanding everything that's happened in this case. This key? Phoenix, listen. Right now, that key is sitting in your hand. However, it shouldn't be. It contradicts the facts. What does she mean? I'm certain this key will be the piece of evidence that makes your case tomorrow. You already know everything you need to know. You know what the key to this case is. That is enough. But, how can I win tomorrow without knowing who the real murderer is? Who could have... I didn't know it at the time. This day was going to end with this turn for the surprising. Mia? What? What's wrong? That's right, only I can see the Cyclops. Which means Mia must know something about the real murderer. But for this to be something that she would hide under lock and key from even me? What in the world is going on? Look, family relations are one hell of a thing. I'm gonna leave you guys on this because I'm pretty sure lunch is done. So I'm gonna go get food and then we'll do the trial. I'll be back in a bit. Alright, I am back, chat. Back at it again, Krispy Kreme. And now we're on the first part of the trial. I think I'll only be able to get 2 parts done per stream. That's usually how it is. Just because of how long each part takes. Which is why it took like 3 or 4 streams to do Rise from the Ashes in the first game. Because it's stupidly long. What? Prosecutor Von Karma? You mean... No, I heard it's his successor this time. Successor? Manfred Von Karma was a really sinister man. He pulled all sorts of nasty tricks, also he could win. He's a man obsessed with the word perfection. He had a perfect record for 40 long years. Who knows what sorts of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts. And now his successor. I wonder what kind of person they will turn out to be. That's no good. Mystic Maya! Pearly! You showed up! Thanks for coming all this way. I was really worried about you. Hey, where's your mother? Didn't you two come together? Mother is watching over the trainees. She said they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks. Huh? Then you came all by yourself? Yep, I snuck out of the manor and followed a map. Don't tell me you walked all the way here. Of course not. I ran. I can't... Oh my. If it takes 2 hours by train. Oh man. Holy, what about the train? Huh? What's a train? I give up. It's time, isn't it? I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me? Yes, I know Mr. Edgeworth would be nicer to me than Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth? Who is that? He's Nick's rival. Well, he's also a friend. Still remember him as though I'd seen him only yesterday. Ah, they're husbands, Your Honor. Every trial was a scorchingly fierce battle until the very end. They're husbands, Your Honor. They're husbands. It's always back and forth with them, but when you're rivals for life... Maya, please don't mention that name ever again. They're husbands, Your Honor. I can't say anything else, they are husbands. Huh? But why, Nick? I'm sorry, Maya. I forgot you don't know. He's gone. He's not coming back. What? Wait a second. What's that supposed to mean? Court will commence shortly. Please proceed into the courtroom. Let's go. Now's not the time to talk about that anyway. Nick? Dude, his boyfriend just dipped out. Like, they're not quite married yet. But, like, his boyfriend dipped out and he's upset. He is upset. He's in the throes of grief that his boyfriend just dipped and hasn't given him any communication so far. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Are the prosecution and the defense prepared? What is with this kid? Mr. Wright, are you prepared? Huh? Yes, Your Honor. Why does he always seem mad at me? Mr. Phoenix Wright. You must be a little shocked because I am a woman, correct? Hold on, so she is the famous successor to Prosecutor Von Karma? I am Francesca Von Karma, the prodigy. I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge. Revenge? That's about her father, Manfred Von Karma. If it's something of a personal nature, I'm sure you can... Ow! I'm talking. If you interrupt again, my whip will do the speaking for me. Please speak with your mouth like a normal person. I beg of you. Yeah. Make no mistake, I will defeat you. Prepare to go down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I haven't given her a strong German accent because I feel like I'm about to be deeply, deeply offensive if I attempt that. Prosecutor von Kammer, your opening statement, please. Those of von Kammer blood have only one fate, and that is perfection. The defendant, Maya Fey, will find no escape from her guilt on my watch. Very well. What is the defense's position? Your Honor, does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty? Yes. Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams. 10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. That's right. I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time. Justified self-defense? A plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of himself. You could very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense, but the defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor. Because to plead justified self-defense is to say you did kill someone. Oh, foolish. As that is how you want to play, Mr. Phoenix, right? Then I shall now call the first witness. She's just as scared as her father. Like father-like daughter, I suppose. Yep. Except this one's got a whip. Witness, your name and occupation. Yes, sir. My name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective of the local precinct. Ah! Get to the point already. Explain to the court the details of this murder. Yes, sir. Sir. Just, no questions. Yes, sir. If everyone would please look at this map. The channeling chamber has no windows, the door was locked shut. At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in the room. What were they doing in there? They were channeling a spirit, sir. Channeling a spirit? That's quite the look of disbelief there, Your Honor. Anyway, a few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots were heard coming from inside the room, sir. A few of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room. Ah, and that's when they found that the victim was already dead, correct? I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I have ever presided over. So, how's the victim killed? I was about to get to that. Stop wasting my time then. The direct cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead, sir. The shot was fired from point-blank range. But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. So the victim was stabbed before being shot. This is the victim's autopsy report, sir. When he was stabbed in the chest, he was shot in the forehead at point blank. The court accepts it into evidence. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe. Whose pistol was it? It was the victim's. The victim. Now, why would he have a pistol? Who cares? The point is you're missing is those fingerprints are on that pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, I suggest you start. Fingerprints? There were fingerprints? Along with the victims, the defendant, Maya Fays, were also on the grip, so. So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon. He walked right into her hands there. Point blank, huh? So how far away is that? It's anywhere between 12 to 20 inches away. And how do you know he was shot at point blank range? Mr. Phoenix, I got tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools in this foolish country. Excuse me? Gunpowder barn. Gunpowder barn? When someone is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Gunpowder exploding is what makes bullet fire, and that gets real hot, pal. There were definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead. Oh, never knew that. I'm living and learning, I guess. Stabbed. And what was he stabbed with? A fruit knife. I see. And whose knife was it? Looks like it belongs to the face, so of course my face fingerprints were all over it. All over it, huh? Ugh, this does not look good. What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Light? I don't know. How severe was the wound? If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand. His testimony makes it sound like Myra had stabbed him with the intent to kill. Are you sure he was stabbed first, then shot? Yep, sure can be. One look at the wounds and you'd come to the same conclusion too, pal. A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools. A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter then which was first? Think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Phoenix Light. Ugh, what a pain. It's enough. You've clearly established how the victim was murdered. I brought the two murder weapons with me today. Very well. The court accepts them into evidence. The date and time of death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time. And 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them. Huh. This does seem like an open and shut case. Naturally. This is going from bad to worse. This is the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme. Your Honor, feel free to sign down the gavel of yours. After all, there is no room left for doubt, is there? That is quite true, Mr. Wright. Yes. Even in the face of all this, you still wish to plead not guilty. It's the opinion of this court that you do not adjust your plea. You stand to lose. See, just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You would change your plea in less than 10 minutes. What will you do, Mr. Wright? You change to justified self-defense, because now would be the time to do so. This is your final chance. This is a huge decision. I better think this through all the way. Motherfucker. Justified self-defense. No, not guilty. Doi. Our girl is not guilty. Bruh. If we plead justified self-defense, we'd basically be confessing to murder. After the trial, Maya's life would be ruined and she'd be labeled a murderer. Can't let that happen. Your Honor, you reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright? The defense will not change its plea. It will accept nothing short of complete acquittal. You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix Light. Detective. Yes, sir? Present the final portion of your testimony. The final strike. Yes, sir. Now see here. Proceedings are run by... Oh, yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony. I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence. Is it gonna be the bullet hole that I found? Oh, give it a second. Better sneeze. Bless me. Sorry, pal. There's even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume that the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. So this is the costume. There certainly is evidence of a back spray of blood on this. This piece directly links Maya Fey to the crime, sir. There's an awful lot of blood on that for a stab wound and a gunshot. I see. The court accepts this into evidence. Alright, Mr. Wright. There's fingerprints on both murder weapons and blood splatters on her clothes. Could the situation get any worse? What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to sulk off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Please stop calling me by my full name. It's disturbing. There's blood on the costume. Our results show that it's the victim's blood. So there's blood on from the victim on the defendant's clothes. Definitely not good. So, were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence? Well, if you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. But too bad, not enough time. Let's move on. Ah, yes, Ms. Von Karma is perfectly correct. Ugh, now the judge is on her side. I can bite off more than I can chew here. What should I do? Press further. Why is Ms. Von Karma suddenly putting up resistance? Must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw out an objection like that. There must be something about this costume. You just have to look harder. Yeah, there's a bullet hole in the sleeve. Mr. Wright, Ms. Von Karma's logic is perfect. There is no way for you to poke a hole in it. Ugh, looks like my time is up. So about the costume. There's one little thing. Your Honor? Actually, there's something very wrong with this piece of evidence. What? What are you talking about, pal? Where is this problem you're talking about? Come this far. There's no turning back now. Problem I have with the piece of evidence is here. I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume. The sleeve? There's a tiny hole here. A hole? That wasn't in the report. Hold on. What's this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder. Gunpowder? No one ever told me! A hole that smells of gunpowder. Looks like I've found the hole I was looking for. Your Honor, the only logical conclusion you can make is that this must be a bullet hole. Order! 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 This is a very grave matter. It's best we correct the court record first before anything else. Sorry about that. I guess we messed up, sir. Is she actually smiling? What else is she adding? Pull yourself together, detective. A tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony. That just now was a fluke. Nothing more. How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight. Well, I agree it is a mistake on the part of the police. What Prosecutor Von Karma has said is true. The evidence still stands. If you do not find a more definitive problem with the evidence, then no way! Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony. Yes, sir. Bruh. No, there's a bullet hole, my guy. That is not, like... That is not a small thing. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes. Having you call me by my full name is kind of a weird feeling. You said that my client killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Yeah, I did. Then what, may I ask, is the bullet hole you police overlook supposed to mean? What does it mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means that the victim had fired off a shot. This is what it means to not fight back? Ah, you're right. This is well correct. The victim had tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything. Alright, the wind seems to be shifting. Huh. What is with that are you finished yet laugh? Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Miss Von Karma? It seems that my affair was shot at by the victim. However, that is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense plea. That is correct. I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said. They rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty. Not you. Why, that's right! Which means the defense has yet to prove anything at all. No. Well, yes, that's true. Furthermore, just the fact that there's a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense. Huh? And so? Just stand there, hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day. With the new information we acquired added in, of course. Huh? You mean by myself? You want me to put together this scenario all by myself? Yes, sir. Right away, sir. This poor man's getting bullied. This poor man gets bullied by every prosecutor that comes near him. I wanna, like... I wanna give him a donut and a coffee and a pat on the head and go, you are doing the best job you can. They don't deserve you, Gumshoe. Of course the victim used the lack of strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. I know I skipped one, but I didn't see it. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up on the opening, and took the victim's gun and ended it. Sure. The scenario you have put together does make sense. Yes, sir. Well, Mr. Wright, on the surface it does seem to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily. Please refrain from glaring at me like that. Now then, your cross-examination, please. Eyes down. Eyes narrowed. Hands on the desk. I'm about to objection your ass. During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Okay. What are we doing? Victim. Present Maya's costume to the statement. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. Okay, so present the costume, because he didn't miss, technically. Technically, he did hit, just not flesh. Missing the tiny hole on this costume will be the prosecution's undoing. Eh? What do you mean? Clearly he didn't miss. This little hole has actually created a huge hole in your testimony. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. You said that the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then where is the gunpowder burn on this costume? Gunpowder burn? This is what you testified earlier. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Oh! There is not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume. That is a very good point. And what exactly does this mean? It means that when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other. I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I think you can punch a hole in my logic with that. With the wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away. And I implore you to disprove my line of thinking. Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away. And it was then, when they were separated, that he fired. How was that? As if that were even possible. According to the testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. The victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant very far after that. Well, then. That's right. The defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And then, while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took his shot. There. That should satisfy even you. It does make an awful lot of sense. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Must be careful. I can't afford to make a mistake here. Concentrate and think. Something doesn't make sense. There's a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor. Fatal flaw? Very interesting. I'd love to see where this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation. There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. And when she was about to strike, the doctor took a shot. Must be a piece of evidence that contradicts this line of thinking. There is. This is the piece of evidence that destroys your logic. What is that? A folding screen? I'd like to point the court's attention to the hole in this folding screen. Ah! It looks like you already know what I'm talking about. Who? Where? What? Mr. Wright, your explanation, please. Is he really that clueless? The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, and then the folding screen. It passed through at a height of approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means when the shot was fired at Maya, the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground. This changes everything. Please look at this diagram of the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot. The bullet hit this folding screen. It hit at this location about 8 inches off the ground. At this time, the defendant was in this area. Just in front of the bullet hole on the map. She was standing here, near the folding screen. Wait a second! We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole, but how can you gauge the distance from that? Isn't it possible that the defendant was standing... Isn't it possible the defendant was standing much closer to the victim? No. That's impossible. But why? You, of all people, should know the answer to that question, Miss Von Karma. If she was shot from somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burns present. However, there is nothing of the sort around the bullet hole of this costume. God, assume Mr. Phoenix Wright, you... I believe it has now been proven that the defendant was standing a ways from the victim when she was shot at. Do you think this has changed the defendant's situation? It changes everything. Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. The prosecution is claiming that the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with the knife would be ideal. However, where and what was the defendant doing at the time? Squatting all the way by the folding screen. Exactly. If Maya Fey was the real murderer, why would she be by the folding screen instead of preparing to strike? Upon further consideration, it does make very little sense. Yeah, I figured there had to be a reason. Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job. Oof. Alright, with this, the rest of the charge should be the blast radius of disaster. You're such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix. To think that you've been able to take a completely hopeless case to this point. I know our papa had a tough time with you. You amuse me. Ugh, all those things to inherit, why did it have to be that smarmy smile? Detective. How dare you damage my perfect logic? Huh? How's it all my fault? You could start repairing your standing by first removing that 3-strand goatee. Oh, and rest assured your punishment will come later. Punishment? Well then, Your Honor, I think I've had all I can take of this detective's space. I think it's time to call in the next witness. Next witness? That's gotta be Laura. Bro, what the fuck? Okay, so maybe we can do half the trial then. We've got day 1 trial, which is this one, and then we got day 3 trial, so, you know, maybe we can do it. The court will take a 5-minute recess. After we reconvene, we will hear from the next witness. I am gonna hydrate because ow my throat. Yes, of course. Ugh. Be prepared for southern drawl. Phew, that was a close one. I know you were giving it your all to defend me, but I could feel the death penalty hanging in the air. I felt like I was pretty close to dying myself. But you were wonderful out there. You listened carefully, made theories, and tricked everyone into believing you. Thanks. Wait, tricked? That must be the lawyer's secret technique, right? By the way, is the next witness who I think it is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of heart. Oh, guess there's no escaping her, huh? Remember, Nick, you promised you'd save me. If you lose me and my sister's ghosts will come after you and haunt you. Your sister? Are you talking about Mystic Mia? Yeah, do you remember her, Pearly? My sister was a super good lawyer. She's also Nick's teacher. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Does it make much of a fucking difference? She has such exaggerated cheekbones and that, like, out of view. Cool, and I'll reconvene. Now, the first order of... Ow. I don't want to hear it, old man. After I call my witness, sit there quietly and watch like a good little boy. Yes, sir. Bring in the photographer. She'll witness the channeling. I was gonna say challenging. Doing her accent is challenging. Witness, your name and occupation, if you please. Hey, Phoenix, how you doing? Just fine. Sorry about this, didn't exactly have a choice, you know? Yowza! Name and occupation. I declare, what in tarnation? Hey, Judge, this here violence against my fair self. That's fine. That's fine? That ain't fine, that's a whip! There's no need for foolish outcries from foolishly foolish fools. Just hurry up and testify about what happened on the day of the murder. Haven't even gotten to say my name and job yet. The name's on Hart, criminal photographer, and I'm here to testify. Now, let's all be one big happy family, okay? Judge, I don't think you know what that means. Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. We were waiting outside the door and then bang, we heard this gunshot. Just the lawyer there broke the door down and we rushed into the room. Inside was the dead victim and the defendant waving a pistol around. I swear other than those two there was no one else in the room. Did you take a picture of the scene right after the murder took place? Reckon course. Excuse me? Reckon course. A short for you reckon? Course I did. Does it look like I care? Just hurry up and show your pictures to the court. The moment of truth. Won't be in that picture. Let's see here. Here's the picture. It certainly seemed that only the defendant and the victim were in that room. Are you ready, Mr. Phoenix? I clear all doubt about Maya through this cross-examination. Just watch me. Didn't she take two photos? Where's the other one? I gotta press her on all statements. Okay. Was it really only those two that went in? What are you blabbering about? You were there too, were you not? Why don't you answer that yourself? Was it really just the two of them? Yes. Dr. Gray and Maya were the only two that went into the room. Hold on, we can't have the defense testifying against its own client. Anyway, folks, only two of them went into the challenge chamber, you hear? But you knew that from the very beginning, didn't you? Witness, continue. Waiting outside the door, and then bang, we heard this gunshot. Was it really a gunshot? Are you insane? You must have heard it as well. Why don't you testify for the court, Mr. Phoenix? Is it really a gunshot? Yes, I think it was something that sounded like a gunshot. And why are we here listening to the defense testify? And the world becomes just a little crueler. I heard a gunshot for a long time. I heard a gunshot a long time ago, so I know. And I tell you, there was a gunshot I heard. Now this is where the story heats up. So, let me get this straight. This Mr. Lawyer there broke the job. Honestly, Mr. Phoenix Light, why don't you tell us what happened then? Yes, Miss Onkama. I break the door down. Sorry. Why does this feel like an inquisition? No need for apologizing. That was great. You're a real man. Oh, really? That's something I would have liked to see. Notice smiling rather openly. I'll take that as a good sign. And what did you see once you broke in? Are you sure it was the defendant, Maya Fey? Sure, I'm sure. Well, seems awfully confident in her testimony. Please, Lola, please, think back to that day one more time. What you getting at? Remember when you said when we broke into the room? I think that's what I said. Keep accidentally skipping it because I'm holding the enter button. I was murdered. Lola, a time like this? Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she mine? When you saw the murderer at that time, you couldn't even tell if it was my Faye or not, am I correct? Well, you see. Rhoda, Miss Hart, you are here to testify accurate testimony. Yeah, sorry. Good, the shit stings back to my side. It does not. For a defense lawyer, your defense is terribly lacking, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Witness, think back to when those two entered the channeling chamber. When they entered. One of those people that entered the chamber was Maya Fey, correct? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and this Maya that went in. Looks like we've come to a collective conclusion. The person in this picture is most certainly Maya Fey. Exactly. Rats. I'm trapped like one. Again. Are you absolutely certain of that? Sure I am. But that old witch chased us out of the room, so... Old witch? Does she mean Morgan Fey? There was no one else in the room, I swear. You need to stop holding the enter button. I swear to Jeebus. The channeling chamber was very dark, almost pitch black. Is there really no one else in there? What about behind the folding screen? What about behind the folding screen? Did you check back there? Rick Given! What? Oh, what the? Rick Given. You know, you reckon? That's a given. It took me a good look around the room once. There ain't no way anyone was hiding out behind that folding screen. Can I have a word with you, Miss Hart? What? You got a problem? Rick Given. I mean, I'm having a little difficulty in understanding you. You would stop saying such things as Rick Given? No, nothing, Mr. Phoenix. Do you see a problem with the testimony, or don't you? Just like though, there's nothing wrong with her testimony. I was with her, so I know she's telling the truth. Enough. It seems that there are no issues with Miss Hart's testimony. At the time of the crime, only two people were in the channeling chamber. The victim, Dr. Turner Gray, and the defendant, Maya Fey. The face of the defendant cannot be verified in this picture. However, if we think about the circumstances, it would have to be the defendant. What am I going to do if I just let this go? What is it, Mr. Wright? You look as if you have something to say. If I make one wrong move, I'm going to have the judge against me. Is there anything I can present that would prove it's not Myra in that photo? I can't present anything yet. Well, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. Go straight. My shoulders are really stiff. Oh. That's very smart of you, Mr. Phoenix, right? You really should give up trying to prove this is not my thing. Didn't say anything about giving up. Just don't have the right piece of evidence to prove my argument. That's enough. Is this it? Is this all I could do? I think it is quite obvious this court has a verdict of not guilty is not possible. I told you. Totally 100% impossible. Ms. Von Karma, do you have any further questions for this witness? Having established the defendant's guilt, further questioning won't be needed. What about the defense? No further questions, I presume? I couldn't protect Maya. The defense... Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face. Laura is someone who smiles, no matter how bad it gets. I literally, legitimately, no. That's not how it is. At all. You don't smile while someone is being accused of murder. No. Mia. Fuck me. Sorry. She is so ridiculously well endowed that, like, any woman wearing the costume for the Crane channeling technique, for the Crane channeling school, it just doesn't fit her. Because everyone we've seen wearing the costume so far is flat-chested as fuck. And yet she is out here with the world's two biggest watermelons, and none of them can hang on for dear life. Like, that is barely not exposing her. If she didn't have her arms crossed like that, I am sure that it would just fall away. Especially since this is supposed to be a child's costume. I guess I made it just in time, wouldn't you say? But Pearls, the clothes are a bit small. You don't fucking say. Anyway, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go. But how? She's already taken away every advantage. The advantage is still in your hand. Think carefully. Gotta stop pressing that. Do you remember what you told me yesterday? Dr. Gray. I was murdered. What? Lada, at a time like this? Times like this, perfect for snapping up shots. There were two photos. You see, there is one final piece to this puzzle. Me? Question Lotta one more time, Phoenix. I don't know if she's doing it unconsciously or on purpose, but she's not testifying truthfully. Now then, this court would like to end the cross-examination period. Please wait, Your Honor. The defense would like to request that the witness testify one more time. Overruled. I'm afraid you're too late, Mr. Wright. The cross-examination has already ended. Furthermore, any unrelated... It's fine. I will allow another testimony. Von Karma's case is perfect. Absolutely flawless. Your father's in jail because it wasn't. What better time than this for you to see that? But I mean, I have some place I must go after this. Alright, I'll allow it. Miss Hart, hurry and give us another testimony. Well, heck, what am I supposed to talk about? Please tell us once more what happened when you burst into the channeling chamber. Okay, you got it. See? You got through to the judge somehow, right? No, actually, it was Von Karma's whip that got through to him. Can you hear, like... It's the skull glass, so it's the straw going against the teeth on the inside. It's a nice sound. When we broke into that room, all I could focus on was Maya. I was kind of scared of a dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff, but I still managed to point my camera to Maya and take a shot. Nothing sounds different from before. Some parts of her testimony were very vague. I should press her on those sections. Struggle all you like as you taste the bitterness of your defeat. Well, amuse me with your useless questions, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm waiting. Okay. Still I should put my camera at Maya and take a shot. Press order on that. Okay. 2, right? 2 what? 2 shots. You took 2 shots. But only one has been submitted as evidence. Miss Hart, where's the other picture you've been withholding? I didn't think it was relevant. No, you got it all wrong. It's not me. I didn't mean anything bad. I know I can be a little mean, but I ain't evil. Only she knows herself. Why have you not shown this other picture to the court yet? Well, ain't it obvious? The prosecutor woman told me to shut my trap about it. What? Bon Karma! Jesus. Again with this. Miss Von Karma! You're hiding critical evidence. Unforgivable, Von Karma. Suppressing evidence like this? You're as bad as your father. Leave it to the judge. Ugh, I'm so mad that even my throat's clenching up. Dude, my throat's clenching up because your dumbass won't stop speaking. It hurts. I better let the judge handle this. Miss Von Karma, would you care to explain yourself to this court? I thought this picture was not important, and thus felt no need to submit it. That's all. How could you think the pictures were more or less the same? So I bother with the second. I mean, it's just much more trouble than it's worth for me to submit this as evidence. More trouble than it's worth? How can you say that? If you want to see it that badly, I'll submit it. Man, what is with the way that this is framed? What is this? What is this picture? It's obviously the second picture the witness took that day at the scene of the crime. Well, it's a lost center, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur. I think important point here is the person in this picture. This is most definitely not Maya Fey. What is the meaning of this? This might be the break I was looking for. Now, should I or should I not insist that the person in this picture is not Maya? Drop the issue. It's no good. I've been through this so many times. It's not like you, Mr. Wright. Why are you not objecting? The person in this photo is clearly not the defendant, and yet... There's no you can raise an objection and hope to live. Explain yourself. Your Honor, I would like you to take a look at this picture. This was taken yesterday at the detention center visitors. This is Mr. Phoenix Wright and the defendant, Maya Fey, during his visit. Maya Fey? But this isn't... Is this a totally different person? She looks this way because she is obviously in the middle of channeling a spirit. Just like right now, where currently next to me is big busty anime woman in a different body. It's unbelievable that she can... Yet, that is the truth. When Maya Fey is in that state, she physically changes into the person she's calling. Ms. Von Karma, a word if I may. Mia? Taking pictures of someone during a private visit is illegal. Surely you must know that picture can't be submitted as evidence. Obviously, I know this picture is illegal, but I never intended to submit it as evidence in the first place. What is she? The moment I showed this picture to the courts, this case became online. After all, this image has now been forever burned until the judge's mind. That man has short-term memory loss. You cannot convince me. I don't even have a single witty line. It looks like we've been had. I don't claim to understand this, and I still cannot believe it. You're saying that this person is the defendant in my affair? Here the trial will end, but if I slip up and say something wrong, it will cost me. Is there any way I can prove that the person in this picture is not Maya? I can prove it. Yeah, wait, hang on. Hang on. Hold it. Hold it. Second photo. She's very clearly missing a bullet hole. Now, as we proved earlier, the costume has a bullet hole in the sleeve. Doy. Your Honor. Oh! Fire's returned to your eyes, I see. In this picture lies a critical contradiction to all the testimony up until now. Contradiction? So, you think you've spotted a problem with this picture? Then earn your keep. Choose the right sleeve without the gun. Please direct your attention here. To the sleeve? But there isn't anything odd about it. And that is exactly what is so odd. Something that should be there is suddenly missing. Should it be there? Ah! There was a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. If that's the case, then it should be in this picture as well. Miss Von Conroy, you intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence? There will most certainly be assigned a penalty for this. Alright, this should do some major damage to her argument. Don't celebrate yet. You like to bring the mood down, don't you? Take a look at Miss Von Conroy's face. Ugh, she's got that condescending grin plastered all over her face again. Don't bring the gun again, I see. Your Honor. I'd like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools. What do you mean? What incompetent fools? Those fools down the precinct hadn't missed the bullet hole. I'd have gotten a report about it. As I didn't, I could not have known that this picture was any value to this case. I see. She's lying through her teeth, I know it. That woman knew about everything. The bullet hole, the picture, everything. But you can't prove that. Francesca Von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think? Your Honor, you need not worry. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure that the detective gets what's coming. I'm sure there'll be a great gnashing of teeth at this next salary discussion. Poor Gumshoe. Dude, I feel so bad for Gumshoe. He gets bullied so bad. This man's not even gonna be able to buy instant ramen noodles at this point. He will literally get more money washing dishes. In any case, this is a very big problem. The defendant was taken into custody. Her costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve. However, from this photo, it would appear that right after the shooting, there was none. The judge is confused by this strange twist of events. This is your chance, Phoenix. But all you've gotten to this one shot, alright? Got it. Watch this, Maya. Your Honor, there's only one logical explanation for the contradiction. The shooter is someone else. The defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, this person clearly does not. There can be only one explanation. The person who shot Dr. Gray was not the defendant, but a different person altogether. What? Order, order, order! If order is not restored, I will suspend this trial. Why me? The defense's argument is a complete mess. A complete mess? I fail to see how. Please, enlighten us. Hey, witness. What the heck? Is there any way to ask a gal for a favor? Be quiet, you. You're the one who said there was only the two of them when you entered the room. Well, you know. If you're lying, I swear that my whip will be the last thing you see. Look, sis, you're looking mighty scary, so why don't we say you? I swear, I wasn't lying or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there, honest. You see? Now answer me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Where did the defendant vanish to? And where did this other woman appear from? Isn't lately all I want to do is cry? Oh, this is fucking mood. Well, the person in this picture is not the defendant, and this poses two very big questions. First, where did the defendant vanish to? And second, where did this person come from? That's right. Now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Come on, you can't fall apart here, Phoenix. I can't believe that even Maya's calling me by my first name. But, I mean, how am I supposed to prove something like this? Not enough yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Or do you think you have enough in you to turn things around even now? Turn things around? That's right, Mia would always turn things around and change her perspective. Phoenix? So where did this intruder appear from, and where did Maya disappear to? Need to look at the situation from a different angle. Let's see. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? What if Maya had left that room somehow? If I could prove that either one of those conditions were true. Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've come up with. I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber is Maya had left the room. Maya had left the channeling chamber at some point, and the defense can prove this. Oh? How foolish a fool makes a foolish face while dreaming foolishly foolish dreams. Maya Fey was being looked after by her aunt, Morgan Fey. The chances of her leaving the crime scene is lower than the hex's salary. Anyway, let's see some evidence. Proof that from the murder until the time of arrest, the defendant had left the room. The black key. Miss Hart, do you remember this key? Well, I've seen it. Hey, that's the channeling chamber key, right? Before the channeling started, Maya locked the door from the inside with that. The defendant herself locked the door? Yeah, that's why we all couldn't get the door open. The key's the only one of a kind after all. Oh, one of a kind, you say? Wait, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes? Looks like she's catching on. I'm afraid to ask, but is that key currently in your possession? Huh? What do you mean? If Maya Fey locked herself in, then the key should have been with her. Yes, agreed. However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest. Well, ain't that a kick? So how come you're holding it? I got this as a present from a certain little girl. And that little girl was nowhere near the crime scene at the time. That's preposterous! This means that Maya Fey must have left the room. If she had not, then I would not be holding this key you see before you. No! Yes, that's how it works, bitch. It seems we have come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this the person, the defendant, or not? The defense is arguing that this person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Ms. Von Karma, how can this be? At this point in time, a verdict on the defendant's guilt is not possible. My perfect case! Is there a flaw in my perfect case? Don't think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I am a prodigy. I have never lost a case, and I don't intend to lose here in this courtroom to a fool like you. I don't care what I have to do. I will get my guilty verdict. That's enough. If you would like to continue, do so in the lobby. Court will reconvene tomorrow at 10 a.m. That is all. Court is adjourned. Bada bing, bada boom. Wow! That was you, Prilly? You summoned my sis? Yes, I felt I had no choice. Great going, Pearly. I knew you were special. Hey, Nick, did you know? Yeah. It's not like anyone else in there could have done that. Nick? I know you're trying really hard and all, but I really don't remember ever leaving that room. And I don't think a third person could have gone into that room. Yeah. Well, at least we have until tomorrow to figure things out. Like, what happened in that room, for instance. Yeah, I'm counting on you. I envy the two of you. Oh, by the way, Nick, do you think you could take Pearly back home for me? Sure. Alright, Pearls. You ready to go buy some tickets? Huh? A ticket? Poor thing. So sheltered. Uh-huh. Poor thing. I'm gonna go to the home page. Because we have reached the end of this stream. So, we've saved Maya for another day. And mostly doing alright. But, yeah. We're not out of the ballpark yet. I know for a fact we save her. I know that. But at the same time, my god. I do love Ace Attorney. Very, very much. However, the amount of talking in there does absolute hell to my throat. Well, we'll figure things out. I do love Lotta, but at the same time, she rambles on as well. She's one of those characters that rambles, not quite as much as like Old Bag, or you know, that dude in the prior like tutorial case where he thought he was like a big man when really he's just a bitch. But she does tend to waffle on a bit about things that are slightly irrelevant, if not completely. And also, during my break earlier, I clocked that the dude's name is Turner Gray. Turn her grey. Like how a corpse turns grey when they die. Due to the body not having blood flow and circulation anymore. It was a very stupid realization. And I am not happy about realizing it. They will forever make me facepalm with their ridiculous naming conventions. It just... like, I get it. Haha. Funny joke. But at the same time, lovingly, makes me want to bang my head on the desk. Don't know why Twitch didn't want to work on my tablet today though. Bit weird. But you know, it's fine. It'll be fine. Not my eyes forward. But, you know. It's okay. Yeah, we'll get to the second half where we, get Maya acquitted. Still don't know how I feel about Pearl, channeling the spirit of Mia. Going from child to bustiest woman alive. It gives me a certain state of uncomfy. I also had the thought of how weird would it be if they channeled a dude. Cause like, all the channelings we see are women. As far as I can tell. It's always Mia being legitimately channeled, and then even in this channeling, it's the nurse, a woman, being channeled. But I don't think we've ever seen, like, a dude being channeled by one of the women. Just wonder how weird that might be. No idea though. But, can't ask questions I don't know the answer to. Oh, no, I can. I just won't get an answer. Especially when it's sort of nebulous. Oh well. I have no answers for that question. Anyway. I hope you all have a good day, week, month. I will see you all in the next stream for Maya's acquittal. Bye!